Oh, it's gonna get fun tonight.
This is Moose, and you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.com.
Chezza, the Casual Fan Podcast, and you are now tuned in to WrestlingWithWrestling.com.
What's up? You're chilling with GMTM from Casual Fan Podcast. You're now watching Wrestling with Wrestling.
This is Stephen S. from the Casual Fan Podcast, and you're tuning in with WrestlingWithWrestling.com.
What's up, everybody? This is The Godfather, and you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.com.
Brian Cage, you're watching Wrestling with Wrestling.
3, 2, 1. Yo, what's goody? This is Chezza,
GMTM.
Now, Mr. Stephen S.
and we are the Casual Fan Podcast, the podcast where we like to talk about superhero shit. I'm not even going to specify Marvel anymore, just superhero shit.
There's a ton of Batman coming out next year.
Next year is going to be the thing for everything. Like, everything that's coming out next year. Outside of Wanda, I believe. Wanda and
They pushed
possibly Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think that got pushed back to next year.
Oh, okay, then there you go.
What's it called? Black Widow got pushed back to May next year.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's about it. And then they said there's 2 Disney Plus ones that are coming. Supposedly there's another Nick Fury one, but I'm not getting excited about that anymore because they keep teasing these Nick Fury joints. And Marvel 616, which is like a whole behind the scenes thing on artists who.
Oh, the comic books themselves, not the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, I was like, they better not start saying the movie is the 616 universe. That's not right. But what's it called? Try to do that in Homecoming. Mysterio. Not Homecoming, the second one.
Far From Home.
Far From Home. He was saying that they're part of the universe, 616 universe. It was just a little Easter egg for the comic books themselves. But yeah.
Hey, the multiverse of madness. Don't be surprised if that comes up a whole lot.
I picture Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk showing up randomly. Because they said they might. Oh, that's what I heard. So
Tobey
with the
Maguire.
whole, not just Tobey Maguire. When they talk about the whole multiverse thing, they might get Tom Cruise to play Iron Man. What's his name? The guy everybody wants to play Mr. Fantastic.
John Krasinski to play
Captain America.
Yeah.
So everybody who tried out for stuff but didn't get the role, they're gonna bring them in like a separate universe, possibly.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of dope. But yeah, that's mostly superhero, and then wrestling. Nothing crazy really happened. Clash of Champions happened, but before we get into the results of all that, did you guys get to watch it?
I watched some of it.
Yeah. Which parts did you watch?
Saw Lashley. I saw the last match. I saw a few matches, Actually, I saw more than my share of matches.
Yeah. It wasn't that long, actually. It wasn't that many matches because the women's tag team match got taken off.
Yeah.
The women's SmackDown, they took that off due to like COVID shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like COVID, but Nia Jackson and Shayna Baszler are on like Twitter just playing jokes. Like she's like, "Oh, my Nia Jackson, like my partner's expecting," and Shayna's like, "Fuck, only expecting a broken heart from the Vikings losing or some shit like that," and they're just going back and forth talking shit about why they weren't there, just making fun of it. Nikki Cross couldn't show up for the SmackDown Women's Championship match, so Asuka came in, took her place after
stupid.
having her match. Well, it's all they could. It's because the whole COVID thing, right? A lot of people got hit with COVID. Anyone does in a performance center.
Does that count as overtime in wrestling?
Yeah, but Lana was backstage. You had other women that were backstage.
But I don't know. If they put anybody else I don't know. They always know Asuka is stage ready. You know what I mean? She's always stage ready. People love her.
Yeah.
So she's like the biggest name they can put there that people won't go, oh, okay, Bailey's just going to watch this, you know? What else didn't happen? Oh, we had some cameos. Some cameos from Ric Flair, Christian,
Big Show.
Big Show, and Shawn Michaels.
Michaels.
They all showed face. Ladder match was dope. I didn't really get to watch it, but I hear this is like one of the best ladder matches they've had.
That match was pretty good. It was decent.
Given the 3 people in it, I'm not surprised.
It's true. It's really true. But yeah, he even did like a spot where he handcuffed Hardy's ear to a ladder. Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I like
Because you know he has the big hole because of the piercings and all that shit. So he cuffed it so he couldn't move. Then I think he cuffed AJ later on to something else, and then he won the belts. So he's the undisputed. But yeah, okay. So we'll get into that. Oh, before we get into that, did you see? So the whole response to Retribution when they came, we made fun of them last week. Their names: T-Bar, Slapjack, Mace. And the girls are called the Reckoning, and I think one's Retribution. No, not Retribution, but something weird. But anyway,
You see the album track?
something.
The album title?
Right? Yeah. But so everybody's been making fun of them online, and then they were asking them, like, they were making fun of them signing them. So then T-Bar replied, he's like, the reason why they signed us is because it cost them less to have us, to pay us to be on their show than it does for all the damages we've committed or whatever. But we're still going to bring down the whole company, blah, blah, blah. Chris Jericho retweeted that and wrote, huh? Like, that's the stupidest thing. So then T-Bar retweeted with pictures of like that Fozzy concert, and he wrote, huh? And retweeted that back. And then he was making fun of people's names, and then he was like, except Booker T. That's a great name. He's like, Booker T. Who else did he say had a great name? Like anybody who had like a T in their name, he was like, yeah, those are great names. Then he went in on somebody else.
So what he did was when he was talking to Chris Jericho, he was referencing Jericho and the fact that his concerts at he had a few shows that his shows added to COVID. So he goes,
Yeah.
What's this all about? And the person he went off on was Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff got the worst.
Yo,
Bischoff.
See what happens?
That was
when you
dope.
don't mind your business?
that was so dope. That hit was a good hit.
That was a great clap back.
Oh yeah, when he hit him back with that one, I was just like, oh, I would have came.
They got my respect now.
It's like
They got my respect now.
Yeah, truly, their Twitter game makes me look at them different. Like, okay, maybe they can be something. Maybe if this attitude shows on TV, it might be pretty. Like the Retribution, the whole gimmick thing might be stupid, but they might make it work type thing. You know what I mean?
T-Bar's the only one who stands out.
That's all they need. They need a leader. So now T-Bar
I'm
that
not
leader.
clapping
you know what I mean?
at anybody named Retribution.
That too. That makes sense. But yeah, no, he did good work there. So, but they missed Raw last week or this week due to the whole COVID shit too. I think they're around like the Performance Center people too, so they didn't show up. Raw Underground wasn't on this week. No Raw Underground, but that's due to COVID as well. But nobody really missed it. Nobody missed it. I didn't realize it until I saw somebody say, yeah, it wasn't on it. And I was like, oh. But Clash of Champions as a whole, you didn't get to watch it. I think it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The Roman match is the first time in a long time that I look forward to a match. And I was like into it. Like watching that match, I was into it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad match at all.
Like the storyline, how slow he was going, the way that they would turn up the mics so you can hear what they're saying to each other. You know what I mean? It was dope. It was really dope. Like someone, I can't remember who described it, but it was pretty dope. It was like a cinematic match, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was a cinematic match in the ring. So you had the voices, you can hear them talking their trash, just like the Boneyard match. But they're still in the ring. Still same shot, same everything. It was really dope. I liked it. And then Jimmy came in. But yeah. Did you get to watch that? And you guys get to watch that one?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm watching Hangman Page take healthy swigs of beer at the commentary table, but continue.
So, but yeah, so we'll just get into the Clash Champion results. See what happens. First one they had was the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. They moved that to the kickoff show and put the women's match on the main show. So for this tag team match, it was Cesaro and Shinsuke versus the Lucha House Party. The winners of that, Trace, do you know who won that?
No, I don't.
The winners were Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Lucha House Party lost. So Trace picked Lucha House Party because he wanted to go against the grain.
I did.
And we both chose Cesaro and Shinsuke. I didn't really watch that match. I have nothing to say about it.
I didn't watch it either.
Okay. On to the next one. So the first match they had was the Undisputed Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. The winner of that one was Sami Zayn.
That was you?
And you guys...
Oh, no, I won that.
You gave that to Sami.
I did.
Flynn gave to Sami, and then I was like, why not Jeff Hardy?
And we all lost.
No, you guys got Sami. I picked
Sami
Jeff.
won.
Sami won.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was dope. Yeah, so the ending of that one, that's when he handcuffed his ear or whatever piercing to the ladder, and then he got AJ Styles to win the both belts. So Sami won. It was probably like, it was a really dope opening match. Really dope opening match.
Okay.
Next one was the Raw Championship, Asuka versus Zelina Vega. Obviously, Asuka won. We all picked Asuka. So that was that. U.S. Championship, Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews. Lashley held on to that. Trace picked Apollo Crews.
I did.
We picked Bobby. So next is the tag team, Andrade and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits. So the winner of that one was the Street Profits. We picked the Street Profits. Trace picked Angel Garza and Andrade. I'm not sure if it was on there on Monday, but Garza hurt himself.
He hurt himself. Yeah, he hurt himself on at the pay-per-view.
It was the
Hurt his
pay-per-view, right?
leg? Did he hurt his leg?
It's either hip or leg. But did
I
you
saw
see the
something-
video?
I saw something with him.
He was doing a tequila sunrise, and then he landed bad. And then when he went to go do the knee, it just made it worse.
Yeah, I saw him laying on the ground. He just had his leg up in the air, and he's just like, "Fuck." Then he looks at the ref, and the ref throws up the X.
It's like it's almost like his hip came out. It was almost like his hip came out of place.
Yeah, and he tagged in Andrade, and they left. But yeah, so they lost. I wonder if that didn't happen, would have Andrade and Angel Garza won?
Maybe.
Never know. You'll never know now,
Never know.
Trace. You'll never know.
Never know. Them two just can't get it together, can they?
Nope, not at all. That's kind of funny. So we actually all lose on this one. The women's belt. We all said you guys said Nikki Cross would win. I said Bayley would win. Asuka won. So we all lose. We all
Okay.
lose.
Well, we should get a half a point because Bailey didn't win.
But you picked Nikki Cross. I picked Bayley.
Bailey lost. Like Bailey Bailey lost, right? For us two, right?
He's fighting for that belt.
No,
For us,
Title.
I
Go
already
ahead.
have the belt. I already have the belt one.
but your person didn't even make it in the ring. That doesn't even matter. Like
But my person,
your person didn't
Your
make it
person
in the
lost.
ring. My
Your
person
person
might have
lost.
lost, but
How
yours
does your
forfeited in
person
the first
lost?
place.
how does your person lost and the person that lost? How do we don't get a half a point? Because the person we picked,
But your person
Right.
forfeited.
they didn't forfeit. They weren't allowed to the ring. They didn't forfeit.
If they're not allowed to the ring, that is a forfeit.
They didn't allow it to the ring. They didn't forfeit.
They weren't allowed. What am I supposed to do about that?
Yeah, your
They weren't
person just
allowed.
lost.
It's not like she wasn't allowed to get in the ring and they're like, no, stop, you can't be in this.
We should still get a half
You
a
could
point
be.
because our person didn't lost. Our person.
If
was
anybody
not
gets
allowed to
half
the
a
ring
point,
to
it's
win.
me. If anyone gets half a point, it's me because at least my wrestler's still there.
You lost. Your
In the ring.
Your wrestler
In the
lost,
ring.
lost.
Yours didn't even show up.
Your place. How you get a half
Yours
point for
didn't even
losing?
show
For
up.
losing?
Yours didn't even show up.
How you get a half
Hey.
point for loss? For a big loss?
Hey, Slim.
How do you
Slim.
get anything for not
Slim,
showing up? There's
Slim,
no
it's
there's
a-
no participation awards in here. Just for
Slim, it's a very
I don't
very
know.
simple. It's a very simple solution. Okay. WWE didn't screw you. You screwed WWE.
All right. So then the next match was the ambulance match. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Drew took the match. Trace picked Randy. We picked
Randy.
Drew. We both picked Drew. That match was interesting. Like rest of the matches, I really didn't have anything to talk about, but that one was interesting. The one thing that I was worried about was like 4 of these guys come out. So first, Big Show comes out, throws Randy on the table, like the announce table. Drew didn't win then. They go to the back. Christian comes in, and Drew didn't win then.
No.
So then they make it to the the ambulance. They're fighting on the roof. Drew gets knocked off the roof of the ambulance. Randy turns around, super kick from Shawn Michaels, thrown off the ambulance. Drew didn't win right away. Beats him up some, throws him in the ambulance, kind of hanging out with his head, gives Randy a punt. Over.
Who's the face and who's the heel in this match?
Drew.
He's
But
the
yeah,
what?
he's the face. Randy's
Why?
the heel. Why is he
How?
the face? Everybody is getting their retribution on Randy Orton. Everybody, but it's like all those people came after Randy, and still Randy was still fighting back at the end. So does that make Drew look strong? Or
Makes
weak?
him look weak.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It makes him look weak. It took those guys to help him win the match. And is it me or is everybody's getting bored of this guy now?
Of Drew?
Yeah.
No, they just got to move him to a next thing. Like they got to
It's-
give him a new
it's-
storyline because right
it's
now
not even that-
it's the same storyline over and over with the same guy over and over. And
I
guess
mean-
what? They're about to do it again at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Which is what, 2 weeks from now?
No, October 25th.
3
So-
weeks from now.
About that, yeah.
Well, they have a couple more matches they're going to have in the ring. And
Yeah, they're gonna have the foolishness, but yeah, they're gonna have their whole Hell in a Cell. Hopefully that's the end of it. But Randy's taking a few L's, so I don't know if he's gonna take another L. And if Randy doesn't, I guess Hell in a Cell,
Yeah.
Randy should finally get the belt.
But Randy doesn't look weak if it takes how many people to beat him, and like
But I hear the
you're
whole other
honestly
side of it
building up
is
your heel.
the whole other side I hear is that because Drew already beat Randy already, it doesn't hurt him as much because he's already proved he can beat Randy.
It actually doesn't.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like meh.
Just doesn't make. Then how do you? Never mind. I can't.
Yeah, that's the match. So yeah, my whole point of bringing that up was like, yeah, it was kind of weird seeing all those people come out and still Drew couldn't finish the job right away.
yeah,
He's already
championship
beat him. He
is
could
the-
beat him again. I don't understand why you would need. What, like, are they building a feud with him and Christian after, or him and?
No, so on Monday, They were having like a Legends Lounge. They were playing cards in the back, the four of them. Drew was in the ring or whatever happened, but Randy was dressed up as a janitor, and he pulls out the
Okay, I heard about that. I heard about that.
the night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Goes in the room, the Legends Lounge, turns
And
the
start
lights
sitting
off,
tables.
and just started beating their asses.
Here's the thing, though. You hear a bunch of noise. You'll hear one person say, "Oh, oh." You hear a bunch of banging, like a chair hitting a table. See everybody laying down. I was like, man, not one person. You can, when they're in the ring.
Nobody sold it.
When you're in the ring, right? And there's a crowd there, and someone gets hit. You hear someone say, "Oh," especially when they get that chair shot they were getting. Not one person said a word.
Right.
So they
said the whole thing of turn the light off was pretty much saving the old people type thing, saving Rick. Like Rick can't take a hit, right? So they gotta show it, find a creative way to do it.
Yeah.
At least someone make noise.
Yeah. And then he leaves the place, and then he says, "We're going to Hell in a Cell" type thing. So he has no help. Blase blue. So yeah, Hell in a Cell. And then the last match, which again, as I was saying, like this match, I was actually looking forward to watch. Like the last time I felt like I was looking forward to a match was Cody and Dustin. When they were doing that on AEW, I was like, I gotta watch that match. And that match was crazy, like crazy though. Because storyline wise, it's just family, right? And the same thing with Roman and Jay, like pure family. And I was looking forward, like I felt this match itself, I felt like it had to be the like this is where you really know Roman is heel. This is the match.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he didn't do it in this match, he would still be like and walking the line. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? No, he's the guy. Foolishness. But yeah.
Can't say that no more.
Now he's the tribal chief. So what'd you think of it? What'd you think of the match itself?
The forearms he was getting from him, both tell the truth, tell me who I am.
Woo.
And he was getting some elbows, just like, yo, I know you guys are cousins and shit, but yo, after this match, you're gonna have to talk in the back.
Nah, man. If that was my cousin,
Giving him the Brock Lesnar Orton.
No, he wasn't getting the brush elbows, but he was getting them solid. In your like, there's like maybe a centimeter between your elbow and the man's head. And just dropping elbows quick, quick. Yo.
Yeah,
those look like heavy elbows. Like, nah, bro, we have to talk after that. Like, and he was just
did he juice?
He was just roughing him.
No, I did not see any blood, but he was
like bruising.
But like the match was dope. Like they were going back and forth. It wasn't just Roman fucking smashing him the whole thing. They were going back and forth. Jay was getting his in, and then it just got to a point where Roman's just like, "Bro, I'm the fucking chief. Like you will never take the head of the table. I run the table. Let's go." And he started beating his ass and beating it. And then Jimmy comes out. No, first Roman's like, "Yo, call me the tribal chief. Say I'm the chief." And Jay's like, "No, like I'm not calling you that." So get on him and start, boom, we get doing those elbows again, and getting up again and say, "Call me the chief." And did it again. He said no, so he did it again. So then Jimmy comes running out, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna throw in this towel." And then Jay's like, "Nah, don't throw it."
Oh, they did. I had a feeling they were gonna do the whole Hart family thing. The Brett.
Why not?
Brett and Owen.
Reuse the shit. Like reuse the shit. Like actually, in that, remind me. We'll talk about Bianca Belair because I love her vignettes right now. But yeah, that whole Roman Jay thing, it was dope. It was a really dope match from the beginning to the end. It was the first time I've seen it in a while.
Yeah, I liked it. I got to watch that match. Uso got to do what he wanted to do to show himself. You know what I'm saying? Roman still, did his moves, and he came to a different attire. He came different, right?
Oh, yeah, that too. He came no shirt, right? No shirt, black. So, but did you notice? It was kind of weird. because they were both wearing no shirt, but they both have similar tattoo, or the half chest down the arm, the tribal tattoo. So it's like they're looking at each other. So it's like that whole tribal chief fight. It's like you can see it. You know what I mean? It's like you guys have the same tattoos. You guys like background, same family, and all that. Like, who really runs this shit? So it was like
that's why him and The Rock will be the perfect match because they both have that tattoo, right?
The Rock too. But yeah, they teased that already. They already teased that one. And then
That'd be dope.
Think about WrestleMania. That'd be really dope.
That fully put him over, right?
Roman over him. Imagine the booze.
See Rock reading the script of his newest movie. Gets a call. I gotta go home. Family trouble.
Rikishi makes the call. Rikishi makes the call. Like, yo, bro, you know we don't call you for anything. We don't call you for shit. You're the rich man. You're the rich man. We don't call you for shit. But right now, this is not about money. It's about family.
You can even have Rikishi call like every week, and nobody picks up. He just hangs the phone one day. He just leaves a message or something.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And then he just shows up like, yeah, I hear you fucking up. And then Roman, the tip Roman's on right now is so dope. Pause. But it's so dope. Like, even in his interviews, he's just healing it. Like, they're talking about, he's like, why did you come back? He's like, I had to come back. Nobody was working. Nobody was doing the job. Like, if they didn't need me, I wouldn't have came back. But nobody stepped up, so I had to come back. And then he was talking about CM Punk. He's like, I don't really like that guy. I don't care for him. All he does is talk. So he's just going in on everybody.
Apparently, he's still under contract with Fox.
Yeah. He's still under contract with Fox. Same with Renee. Renee's still under contract with Fox too. Hey, money. But yeah, so obviously the winner of the Universal was Roman Reigns. So while we were talking, I tallied everything up. So third place goes to Trace. Trace got 3 right. Second place goes to Ches. I got 6 right. And Slim got 7. So, still champion. It's Slim.
Still champ.
Still the champ. So, we'll see you at Hell in a Cell.
You got over the sophomore jinx.
I see it. Yeah. Holding it 2 months in a row. Let's see how long you're. Let's see how long. Right now, I have the longest run.
I'm coming for my title belt, yo.
See if you can. Did you see what I added to the last video?
I saw that. I like that. I'm coming for my title belt, yo.
Trace didn't see it.
See if y'all can get one. Order one.
Truthfully, I've been looking at the custom ones.
So have I.
I've been looking at those. They're like $150, a real basic one, but it's just really getting the design right.
You can split it. That ain't no thing.
It's just the design. That's what I haven't got to looking at, like making. But yeah, there's
got a logo.
Like, it's already there. So I don't know. I'll look into different ones. We'll see what's like.
I was looking at some too. I was like, do we want a square one? Like, do we want like a rectangle one, a round one? I was just like, oh.
I kept looking for a chunky one because the one I love the most is like, is it the World Heavyweight title? Not the WWE one. They've changed it now, but like the one that they had from WCW, the World Heavyweight, like that just big, thick one. Was that NWA? I thought that was WCW. Well, WCW was NWA.
It's the
NWA title.
But that one just so chunky. Like, it looks so dope.
I like the white IC title from the 90s.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's what I want that from for myself. Like, want that one.
Oh yeah, no, I'll send. I don't know if you looked at the same website as me, but I'll send you that information. That's still there. But yeah, so all in all, that is Clash of Champions. Overall, I thought it was a decent pay-per-view. What's been pretty dope is their pay-per-views are ending at 10 o'clock, not 11. So like by the time it hits 10, you're like, oh shit, it's done. It almost gives you that feeling like there should be more, which is a good feeling when you're watching something that you still want to see more, right?
We're used to that.
Because they need to cut out that 4-hour crap, man.
But think about it. It's usually like 3 hours because it starts at 7 with the kickoff and all the panel and the talking and blah, 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 and it ends at 10.
Yeah,
but yeah, like you're
now.
saying, yeah, it's not 4 hours. It wasn't from 7 to fucking 11 anymore. You're right, yeah.
We're trying to fill in a bunch of crap.
A bunch of it.
Part of me appreciates that because like I watch like a lot of battles, and the battles used to be like an hour, but now with all the crowds and everything, you don't have to deal with crowd reaction and all that stuff. So
Be quiet and all that stuff. That's so true.
So everything condenses. So it, like with the whole quarantine and everything, you're seeing a condensed version of everything. Even with NBA games, it's like you see the halftime show and you're like, all right, I got time to go make some food or something. You don't really.
Oh, they're quick with it. They don't even waste time anymore. They're quick with it now. Yeah. That's good though. That's a good look.
Yeah, man. You can't even make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich and come back and catch the game. By the time you
better go grab that bag of chips and come back.
You gotta make some ghetto cheese, yo. Some quick ghetto cheese.
But did you guys see the Bianca Belair vignettes?
No. Oh, the one that she's running track?
That's only one of them. So they've been. Oh, so the one running track. Did you see that, Trace?
No.
All right, Slim. Break down what you saw.
Well, she looks. I saw her in. Okay, no.
Don't even talk about the legs, though. Don't even talk about the legs because the muscles in that definition, I was like, holy shit.
Well,
you know what? I might have seen something. I might have seen something with her train.
And, sorry, what did you say?
She used to run track back in the day.
I believe so. When she was doing the hurdles, I was like, nah, that's not just.
She used to be a track star. That's why she's so athletic.
Totally makes sense.
Well, she was giving people were giving her head starts, and she was passing them up, and she had I guess they're trying to make her the ultimate athlete, whatever.
I think I saw one of them, but I can't remember what it was. I know she was training. I saw.
Guess who she exactly? Like she's the new Mr. Perfect.
Almost like Mr. Perfect. Like,
remember I was telling you guys last week that using the females is dope because it's like brand new for them, so they can go back and use the old shit on the females, and it doesn't matter because we've never seen it in this way.
Yeah,
she's the perfect example of what they're doing. But Bianca Belair as Mr. Perfect, with her attitude, that's perfect. Like, that's
perfect.
She's the EST, right? She's the established one, right? And she's the one. She's the benchmark. This is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And the EST, what they're using it as. So in the racing one, they wrote fast EST, fastest. Mm-hmm. So anything she does, it's gonna be that word EST. So she's, you know what I mean? She's the best. Like she can put the B EST.
Yeah.
You know, it's so dope. If they don't
fuck
give
it up too much, you ain't
no, that's what I said. If they don't fuck it up,
WWE.
I'm losing that hope that they won't fuck it up. But man, Bianca Belair is a get right now. Like Bianca Belair is a get.
Quick question.
They don't even know what to do with her, man.
But making her into Mr. Perfect is crazy. It's perfect.
It would be dope.
Yes. So at least they're trying something now. Like they got a direction for her.
Quick question though. Did you guys know that Big Show's got a sitcom?
Oh, yeah. It's already canceled. It's already canceled.
I just saved it. I saw it the other day. I just saved it. I'm gonna check it.
I think I watched the first 2 episodes. It's pretty much when you watch it, you're like, you can see like it's soup, like it's scripted, but everybody acts like it's scripted. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what am I gonna do today? You know, I don't do that. Like that shit. Like, but at the same time, it's like, at least you tried, bro. At least you tried. Like, you got your feet wet.
He's got the acting chops.
That's what I mean. Like, he got his feet wet. He's the lead of the show. So at the same time, even though this one didn't work out, at least he has that background to him now.
Yeah.
Because as big as he is, he can do a lot of roles because they need big dudes. They need big, scary dudes in horror movies, comedy movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So John Cena won't be the only new up-and-comer at the moment. And that fucker's getting a TV show.
To me, when I see John Cena act, he reminds me of Beyonce acting.
Oh, that's cold.
He's all right.
He's okay. I understand what you're saying, but
He's like Roddy Piper, okay.
you got to put
He
him in
needs
on what's
more
it called?
time.
You got to
He
give him a
needs more time.
comedy. As long as he's in a comedy role, it kind of works for him because that's like his lane.
I thought he was all right in Trainwreck.
Yeah, Trainwreck and what's it
I think he was
called?
alright.
What's the one with Mark Wahlberg where he's like the dad? He's like the other stepdad type thing, or the
Yeah.
real dad.
The one with I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but it was whatever. He was the other dad. But the
He's
first
alright.
one, not the second one. The second one was like overexposure of him. And it was
He
just like a
needs more
little
time.
too much. Yeah.
He needs more time, and I think he needs to be around the right actors that are willing to like help him.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But he's got the timing down. He's
We'll see
decent.
how
He's
his
not-
acting is in Fast and Furious.
See what his acting is in Suicide Squad. And then he's getting his own TV show off of Suicide Squad for being the Peacemaker. So he's going to have a whole lot of shit. And it's either 2021 is going to be John Cena's show and prove.
I don't see he doesn't have the face for it. He doesn't have the face for it, man.
It's show and prove. But that is our last minute. Trace, take us out.
Shot Club Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. You never know when we're going live, and tonight we're going live.
Yes. Every night, 9:30 p.m. Wednesday. Big up to WrestlingWithWrestling.com. And make sure you follow us at Casual Fan Podcast on IG. I am Cheza.
GMTM.
Mr. Steven S.
Gang.
Jam.
Gang.